Hi everyone, this is Heather Lautinen from the Flourish Academy, where our goal is to empower, educate, and elevate you to create a life that you love through the art and business of photography. In this video, we are going to explore noise reduction inside of Photoshop. But first, make sure you check out our sponsor, ymcamera.com, for all of your photography needs. In a previous video, we looked at noise reduction inside of Lightroom. If you haven't watched that video yet, you'll definitely want to, because what I'm going to do here is compare the two. So I have two layers. I brought in the image that has the noise reduction from Lightroom. Let's zoom in with a Command or Control plus on the keyboard. This image was photographed at ISO 8000 on a Nikon D750. Here's noise reduction in Lightroom, what you're seeing, and now this is without noise reduction. So we're going to do it inside of Photoshop. Let's start by right-clicking on this layer and converting it to a smart object. That way, we can use smart filters that are fully editable. Let's go to the filter menu, choose noise, and then reduce noise. I want to reposition this preview just a little bit so I can see some of her skin and the background. In this panel, the strength just indicates how much noise reduction you would like. So I'm going to turn that all the way up to 10. Preserve details. Well, if you have that pulled to the right, say at 100%, then Photoshop is going to attempt to preserve details in those pixels. And actually, I don't like that. So I'm probably going to keep this number pretty low most of the time. Reduce color noise is about reducing any artifacts from color. And I see a little bit of that in here, not much, but I'm going to pull up on it anyway. I don't think it'll impact the photo too much. And then one thing that is nice about this panel is that you can sharpen the details. Because as we mentioned in the previous video, whenever you reduce noise, you probably should sharpen in order to maintain contrast between edges. So I think that looks pretty good. Now, I'm not going to talk about the advanced mode, except to say that if you were really interested, you can go into the different channels, red, green, and blue. And if you find that one of the channels has significantly more noise than the others, then you can just target noise reduction in that channel. But for most people, we're going to remain in the basic area. Let's say okay to return that result. And one thing I love about smart filters is that it gives us a layer mask and the ability to edit the filter if we don't like it. But let's take a look at the Lightroom noise reduction versus the Photoshop noise reduction. I think I might zoom in a little bit more, but let's take a look at that again. This is the noise reduction with Lightroom, and this is the noise reduction with Photoshop. Wow, I'm actually surprised that Photoshop doesn't do a better job. Okay, in its defense, I am working on the JPEG image here, and in Lightroom, I was working on the raw file. If I wanted to compare them fairly, I suppose I would have to use Adobe Camera Raw inside of Photoshop to do that. But I just wanted to see what the difference was between the two. But I have to be honest, my conclusion, even prior to recording this video, is that I prefer noise reduction inside of Lightroom for two reasons. I can sync a series of photos very quickly if they all have the same noise issues, and I don't use it that often, but I do like the control that Lightroom provides. And certainly there are other things that we could do inside of Photoshop to improve this photo, but at a high level, this is the noise reduction. I hope that you found this useful. I'll see you in the next video.